Hello, welcome back. So we have talked a little bit about what an intensive is, but not to the full extent of what that will look like in sessions. So what do we do in an intensive session? For me, because my modality is EMDR and trauma work, those sessions look a little bit like this. We meet for 90 minutes for your intake, and during that time we talk about your history, the traumas that you want to work on. I really try to nail down the first things that we want to work on so that the next time you come in, we know exactly where we're going and what we're targeting. So we really talk a lot about what are your biggest concerns that we need to target first. Then towards the end of that session, we start building coping skills and resourcing skills that go along with EMDR. So we do things like your peaceful place and your container, which are EMDR skills that we'll get into. We also talk about guided meditations and grounding skills and things like that, and make sure that you have a toolbox of skills available to you so that when we're in between EMDR sessions, you have these resources that you can use. Then you come in the next visit and we decide when that will be, and we do however many hours we have decided on. So say it's 3 hours. You come in for that 3-hour session and we have plenty of time, so I'm able to check in with you and say, hey, how is the week going? How are things with your family? How are things at work? And I don't feel like, oh, we only have 50 minutes. We gotta go quickly. You don't feel that pressure of like, oh, I don't have time to talk about that drama at work because I have to get through this EMDR. No, we have 3 hours. You come in, check in, see how things are going, and then we start processing. And I will have walked you through what that looks like, the bilateral stimulation that we choose to use, whether it's tapping or eye movements. And we start processing that first memory that we decided on in your intake. And we keep going on through our list that we kind of created during that intake and processing through each one until we run out of our 3 hours. The goal is always that we end with a memory that we're working on fully processed. So I like to have a lot of flexibility in my intensive sessions. I don't book clients before you or after you. I want to be able to keep going if we need to. So if we're at 2 hours and 40 minutes and we only have 20 minutes left to process something and you're still really in the middle of processing, we're going to keep going a little bit past that 3-hour mark so that I can make sure that you have gotten to the end of it. I want to see you walk out with that memory closed up, not still hanging open. That kind of defeats the purpose of intensive work. So I always leave plenty of room at the end of our session so that if we need to go over, it's not a big deal and we can. And the good news is a lot of times we are booking, a 3-day intensive. So we have 12 hours to mess with, and we may do 4 today and 3 the next time, or however we break them up, so we can mess around with the hours and move them around as we need based on where you're at in processing each time. So that is what the process looks like. You do get a client workbook with your intensives after we finish that intake session, so you will have that to work on in between our intensive sessions, and it has a lot of really great resources and skills in it that help you do some deep diving. So in between, you'll work on that, and then once we are done doing intensive hours, we will meet one final time to just recap, see how you're feeling, what you're noticing. Do you need anything else from me? Do you need me to help you line up with a 50-minute therapist just for monthly check-ins, or where are you kind of feeling like going next? And we really work together on that and create a process that feels smooth and transitions easy for you. If you have any questions, you can reach me at therapy@hellocalmtherapy.com, or you can go to my website, hellocalmtherapy.com, and fill out a consult form for a free 15-minute consult call. Thanks, take care.